What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Better Biomed. Hope you guys had a lovely 3-day weekend, Labor Day weekend. Guys, today's video, we're going to talk about something that just never really made sense to me, and every single time I have to deal with it, it just absolutely pisses me off. And I'm talking about vendor credentialing. I think there is no bigger scam currently in the medical environment than vendor or representative tracking system / background checks. I'm talking, so let's go over a couple names. I'm not singling any of these companies out. I think they're all in cahoots with one another, and I think they're all equally as ridiculous. We've got companies like Simpler, we've got VendorMate, we've got RepTrax, we've got, I can probably name 3 or 4 different other companies, some of them proprietary to a certain hospital chain, etc. And I just want to say that they're almost all complete garbage. And that's because there are not really thorough checks on most of them. You can get like emergency bypass procedures. I mean, most hospitals, if you're a plumber or something like that, you're not going to go through vendor tracks or anything like that to get in. If you're a plumber and you have an emergency leak, they go in, you sign in, you get a temporary badge, and you go. That's it. The end. So I think what it is hospitals have the illusion that it's some sort of mythical level of high security, that everybody is absolutely checked and whatnot. And all I'm saying is, because I've been there are always bypass procedures for when something's not compliant. There's always a way to get into the hospital when something's not compliant. And I think they're absolutely ridiculous. Some of them are pay to play, like you have to pay per facility. Not just that you pay to have a background check, but per facility, which is so stupid. And some of them are like the McDonald's dollar menu. You choose what you want, pick and choose per facility. So you can have, this one here will have 100 different credentials to get into their facility. And then this one over here has only got 10 different requirements. Sometimes they're even in the same hospital system. It's just a different facility, literally, and the requirements are completely different. It's garbage. It's absolutely garbage. I think a lot of those VendorMate, RepTrack type systems, they should be more along the lines of, let's say, the menu over at In-N-Out. 4 or 5 different options. There you go. You have different levels. You have admin level, you have repair level or whatnot, and then you have like the surgical level. Okay, that kind of makes sense. 3 different levels. There you go. And here's your requirements for each different level. But the cost of these vendors to get into these facilities and all the different vendor tracking companies out there, I'm just telling you right now, it's absolute garbage. And they all sometimes change their credentials mid-year. Sometimes you think, oh, I'm good, I was just at that facility last month, and now all of a sudden the credentials are different this month. Credentials shouldn't change. If I myself have not changed and my background is the exact same as it used to be, then my annual contract to the vendor credential should still be good. I shouldn't have to go and submit more documentation or take some different class that I didn't have to last month. That's absolute garbage. So, guys, I'm just telling you that one of the biggest disappointments in the healthcare industry are when companies like these vendor tracking places, they take advantage of reps and they take advantage of hospitals because there's holes in their systems. And I've dealt with all of them, and I can tell you the holes. I'm not going to for obvious reasons, but there's clear and apparent holes in their systems. And it's not too hard for me to go in and pretend that I'm one of my technicians and go through and get somebody credentialed when there's no way that I should have access to that information. There's holes in the system, guys. So what I'm saying is I wish there was a national or state credentialing to get you into facilities. I mean, we already know that we have to take bloodborne pathogens, we have to take HIPAA and stuff like that. Why is it that the FDA can't come through and give people some sort of clearance? I mean, they already do for all government employees. they already do for all military employees, why is it that we can't have some sort of generic credential for healthcare employees? Like, this is it. And if you're going to be in a facility, you have to pass such and such test, and you know, your universal background check nationally. That way, you are good for every single hospital in the United States. It just doesn't make sense. And I understand a lot of healthcare people out there, y'all just do business in your state. Good for you. But healthcare is one of the few industries where people go absolutely everywhere. And when you're talking third party, or you're talking field service, it's even worse. People cover many different states, hundreds of different hospitals, and in that, they waste so much time, energy, and money on these vendor tracking systems. It's ridiculous. And keeping up with just the requirements for each and every one of them, for each and every facility, it's prohibiting business. Anyway, guys, that's what I think. I think there should be a state or a national background check and a hospital credential. And in that should also be your annual requirements of bloodborne pathogen, HIPAA, etc., because that stuff does change. And as that new information comes out, then it should be a state or national requirement. I don't think these independent companies are doing it in our best interests. I think they're doing it in their best interests. And because of that, I think that we should go with a more government approach. Typically, I'm smaller government, but since government pretty much funds healthcare in general, I think it should be a government requirement. That's all I have for you. Y'all have a fantastic day.